I think we got everything working. Let's do this. Let's light this bad boy up. What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Let's do that one more time. You're not seeing things. We're live. It's Friday. It's I don't know. It's 9:01 a.m. here where I am. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Super excited to be with you. I didn't tell anyone that I was doing this. I didn't share any announcements to social. I think I told one person. But that was it. I don't think we did any big announcements. I don't think we asked folks to turn up. I'm truly just lighting this thing up to shake the cobwebs off. I need the vibe code a thing, and I have an hour of time, and I get to do it with you all. So once again, happy Friday. Happy Friday. So for those who don't know me, my name is Corey Weathers. I am super excited to be with you all. I have the privilege and pleasure, and I really mean that. I have the privilege and distinct pleasure of getting to be a member of the developer relations team at Deepgram. Shout out to our team. Wait, where's the trumpet? Yes. We are a fun, small, but mighty team. I've just joined Deepgram as of January, and it's been quite a month. I think I joined it like the beginning of January, and it has been quite a busy month between learning around the company's products, learning what's important to our community of developers, trying to figure out ways in which we can do more and tell more stories and get folks more excited about all the amazing things we're doing. So I am very excited. Let me just say, we have a bunch of stuff that we've been doing, and you're going to start to see us doing a lot more with and for the developer community. Yeah, let's clap for that. Yeah, let's clap for that. So with that, I have just started this thing back up. I think what's going to happen as a part of these activities is one of the things that I'm thinking to do is to start streaming more regularly. You're going to see me here on my channel. You're going to see me on the Deepgram channel. We're figuring out a schedule and a cadence for that. When I'm here, I'm likely going to be just building. Like, this is me building with the product, building some crazy ideas that come to mind. You may see me doing a little bit of like the background of developer relations work that we don't often talk about. Sometimes I may have to do like some co-work things, right? But just as this morning, I have a crazy idea that I'm going to see how far we can go. We're just going to go test the waters, right? When we do some stuff, we're coming up with ideas for things we're going to do on the Deepgram channels. So stay tuned. There's one thing I really want to do is I want to hear from our developer community. I'm itching, I'm almost like, please, like, give me more. And I've talked to folks this week. Thank you to the amazing folks who I've had the chance to chat with. I've learned a lot about some of the things that folks are building with Deepgram. I've heard a ton about ways in which we can better support folks, whether it's with different examples or different samples or different use cases. One of the big asks that folks keep saying is, like, we really want to see more guidance, like best practice guidance for what to do. And in this world where we are AI enabling all things development, I think there's a ton of ways we can fix that across MCP servers, across agent skills, across guided starters, and so many things. So let me just say, I am very excited to be a part of telling this story. Yeah, let's clap and cheer one more time. Yeah, one more time. Yeah, so here's what's likely going to happen, right? So just so folks know, and I'm working on stuff, like I spent the first month really trying to figure out what my job is. Now I kind of have a sense of like where I'm going to be doing some stuff versus where the team's going to be doing some stuff. There may be some times where you'll see me reference folks on the team as a part of the work that I'm doing. There may be some times where you'll see me sort of press pause and like start to capture notes from me for feedback. I welcome any and all feedback as long as we keep it respectful, right? Like you can't just get on here and crap talk. This is family friendly. We sit for those watching on Twitch. This is family friendly. You see the tag there. And I forgot to mention this. We're live on Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn right now. Next week we'll be live on a different platform, which I'm excited to share then. But that's next week at the end of the week. What I want to try to do is get this thing going every Friday morning. I think that's like the most consistent time I can find in my schedule. If we can just get together Friday morning, you bring your coffee, I'll bring my code. We'll call this coffee and code, and we'll have a bit of fun. And we'll just see how that goes from a scheduling perspective. If there's one other day that I can get in, I think it'll be Wednesdays. But I think what'll happen, if don't hold me to this because I'm still figuring out my job. But I think what'll happen is on Wednesdays we'll be over on the Deepgram channels, and then on Fridays I'll be on my channel. And the reason why is twofold. One is I want people to feel like they are seeing and building a relationship with Deepgram, right? But I also want you to get to know us, the team. So as we build out more of the team and as we do more things, like, don't be surprised if you start to see more activity. That's actually exactly what we need to have. Yeah. Let's clap for that. Now, with that, there is something that I was supposed to do, and I forgot. I'm just going to be honest. I was like rushing with the stream prep because it's raining here where I'm at. And I absolutely did forget. So let me go find something very quickly. And let me make sure I share this because I want to make sure that folks know that they have an opportunity to join the team. So some of the folks who've been engaging with me on LinkedIn, you all know that we have a position open to join the team. Let me see if I can change my screen here. Yeah, here we go. So we have a position open to join the team. Where are you? I'm just on our careers page. Okay. I'm just on our careers page. Deepgram.com/careers. And where are we? I saw it earlier. Here it goes. We have a position open to join the team. That role, the staff developer advocate, is on my team. Okay. So if you know folks who could be a really good fit, let me hit the learn more. Oh God, that white. I wasn't prepared for that. At all. Sorry, that white caught me by happenstance. But if you know someone who could be a really good fit to join the team, I would absolutely welcome talking to them. There's a couple of things. One, we are looking for a developer advocate to be based in San Francisco. Okay. It is very much a location-based role. It is one that requires someone to be in that area. Now, that being said, if you live in the Bay Area, like you don't live in San Francisco proper, yes, we'll consider you. If you live in California, but you can get to the Bay Area, sure, we'll consider you. Once you start to get outside of that, it gets a little bit tricky. And it is because of how the role is set up to succeed. But we absolutely need someone who can be in the community. And so I say that to say, if you all know folks, if you all think that folks could be a good fit, let me take this out. Let me put this in. Let me drop this into the chat, which I think will only go, let me see. Yeah, okay, so the chat does not work on LinkedIn. God, yeah, sorry about that. My bad. I know. Sorry. But if you all know folks, if you see the LinkedIn posting, it's there as well. If you know folks, share the link. If folks have questions, let them know to reach out to me. I have done my best. I think, don't quote me. I think I've talked to everyone who reached out to me. Just after, this is the reason why I'm actually only going until about 10:30-ish today, because I have to actually go talk to recruiting shortly after this, because we're looking at resumes and evaluating candidates. And I've been going through resumes every week, and I did it I think on Tuesday. I'm going to go through it again in an hour. We really are trying to find the right candidate. And so if you have questions, if you think that someone could be interested, let them know, come on board. The other thing is, what will they be doing? And I have to say this because oftentimes people are like, hey, I don't know what this role actually is doing. This is legitimately what the role is. Like, it is very much, I want a developer who really understands how to like build applications that can quickly jump in. And sure, you know, there's AI things now and it makes it easier, sure, but I really do want someone who's a developer. Like, at their core, I want someone who understands how to take an idea and turn it into something and to really do it with best practices. And I want them to be able to then turn that into advocacy. So this is where you see the code first content or the zero index sensor. Like, I really do want someone who can truly say, look, this experience is the best. Let me go put some content around that. Or alternatively, this experience is not so great. How do we improve it? And can work through that, right? There will be some digital outreach, right? So that's why you see the technical outreach, and there will be some travel. We're not going to be on the road all the time, okay? Like, we're past those days of all things DevRel. Let me just be really clear. I do need to make sure that we're at specific opportunities in person, but we're not going to just be on the road going to conferences. That's not what this role is. And if that's the role you're looking for, don't come talk to me. I'm going to tell you that right now. So that being said, we are hiring. If y'all know someone, I'm happy to consider them. And thank you for helping out. Yeah. Okay, so our friends are joining us on Twitch. I'm going to say hi. Our friends are joining us on LinkedIn. Our friends are joining us on YouTube, though I can't see the YouTube comments, which is actually, that's a problem. I'll fix that. So I'm just going to say a warm welcome to all of our friends, digital drummers joining us. It's good to see you. Frackberg's here. Frackberg, it's great to see you. Danny Thompson, shout out to Danny Thompson and congratulations. Let me hit the trumpet. I saw that Danny Thompson has joined the team at Atlassian. I saw this on Twitter. Yes, Danny Thompson has joined the team at Atlassian. Congratulations. If y'all have good news, drop them in the comments as well. We always celebrate good news. We always celebrate wins. I would absolutely welcome that. But it is really cool to see that. And it's really cool to see folks landing opportunities. So much congratulations. Okay, so what are we doing today? What are we doing? It's literally 13 minutes past the hour. Like I said, we're going till about 10:30. So we've got about 60-ish minutes, 75-ish minutes. I had a crazy idea, and I can kind of tell you where it came from. And you know, you judge me if you want to. The short version of this is we are doing an internal event. And that event is going to have our engineering team coming together. I think I can say this. Like, we're doing a hackathon. It's going to have our engineering team coming together. And I keep thinking to myself, like, we need more fun. You know, like, I love hackathons that have these little small fun elements. So the other thing is, I was thinking about the last time I built something with Deepgram was when I was considering this opportunity that I've now stepped into. And that was, let's say, late last year. Okay. And so, now that we've got this hackathon coming up, I'm like, oh, maybe I should build something with Deepgram and see like what we could do. And, you know, it'll be my first thing and we'll vibe code it and just sort of see where it goes. And so I had this crazy idea that we should build a confessional booth. You know, like you know how like in reality TV, they have those confessional booths where like people go in and the producers ask them questions, right? I was like, hey, what if we had Deepgram act as our producer, right? Like as a voice agent and like ask questions and send prompts and then capture things that could be used to then create like a little bit of a highlight reel at the end of it. And I have no idea of how, like, I promise you, I just came up with this idea on like Wednesday. It's Friday. It's been a long week. I have no idea if this idea makes sense. If y'all think it doesn't make sense, you let me know. Drop your comments in chat as well on if you think it makes sense and if you want to help. This is fascinating. So I really want to lean into like, hey, what could we do here? Now, here's the thing. And I love this. So Digital Drummer has said in Twitch that they'd actually not heard of Deepgram before the stream. This is part of why we're streaming. For those who don't know, let me actually change scenes real quick, just so that you can get a sense of something. So Deepgram is all about changing the way that we communicate with machines, right? And at the heart and at the core of that is, what does it mean for us to use voice to communicate with machines? And so with that, there are a number of things that we make available for people to be able to use, right? We have a speech to text service, right, as a part of our platform that allows you to build the capability for people to speak to an application and then turn that into understandable text. We have obviously the opposite as well, text to speech, right? Hey, I could give you something, and I love that this is all on the homepage. I could give you something and say, why don't you say this thing, right? And we have so many voices across so many languages, across so many different dialects, right? And so there's a lot of power there. We also have truly the ability to build a proper voice agent, right? And I think I want to play with the voice agent. I have not played with these at all. I've only done speech to text and text to speech. This will be my first time playing with the voice agent. And I don't even know if I can, I haven't tested anything ahead of time. So I have no idea of what this dev experience is going to be. Okay. I love this audio intelligence. This is the thing that people really like. This to me is the power, right? Because what audio intelligence is truly like, you can have all this text, and I'll give you 3 different examples where this makes a difference. You have all this text, and we've always communication is 80% nonverbal. So when someone just gives you the 20% that is verbal, but you have to try to read between the lines of what is the other 80%, that's where the magic of this technology is. That's why you see things like summarization, right? Where someone's saying something, but the inflection in their voice will give it a very different meaning from one thing versus another. And this is why that sentiment analysis matters. And this is why the intent detection matters, right? And let me make this a little bit bigger for y'all, right? That's why that intent detection matters. And so there's these fantastic features that are available that many folks are using in specific cases, right? Whether it's for food ordering, or whether it's for having conversations from a medical perspective, right? Or even if it's truly just the customer service rep, which is generally one of the first examples that comes to people's minds. And so we're going to play around a little bit today. We're going to see what we can do, how far we can get. I'm going to be doing this truly just for me to get some ideas as well. There's a couple of pieces of content I have coming. I just shared one, literally right before the stream, I just shared one blog post that I wanted to drop very soon. And that'll probably land next week. There's another bit that I'm doing on recording a video. I'm trying to get a video out for all things updates that we've got to the platform. So I did the script for that earlier this week. We're trying to get that done. And then there's a couple more things we've got coming. This is me. But the team has been working on some really fun stuff. And I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. I'm not going to do it. I'm telling you, we've got some amazing stuff coming for developers. So I'm very, 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 very excited. And I can't wait to hear what you think about it. Okay. All right. So that's Deepgram in a nutshell. I told y'all my crazy idea. I'd be curious to hear what y'all think in the comments. Let me know. We're going to try to build a confessional booth. I'm going to try to vibe code as much of this as possible. Now, the other thing that's going to make this interesting, okay? Many people who've watched me stream know that I have a very love-hate relationship with certain programming languages. Back in the day when we were streaming more regularly, folks understood that if they came to my channel, they knew that I would always say .NET is king and every other language is not, okay? I still hold this belief. Let's never question this, okay? Let's never question this. I'm still going to do today's vibe code in .NET. I'm absolutely still doing it. And I'll tell you the reason why is because this is very much my opportunity to explore our developer experience and to see what that experience looks like across the multiple platforms. I did something a little bit earlier this week with, what was it? I think it was JavaScript. I'm very sure it was JavaScript because I was trying to write something. I'm working on a blog post for something. And I was like, yeah, this still feels clunky to me. Like it's still, I still believe that like as a developer, I should understand what code is being created. So with that, we're going to do this in .NET. And I love this. Our friends on Twitch have said exactly what I feel. Some things change, others stay the same. I had a long conversation. I'm not going to start it because we need to get to the code. I'm not going to start. I had a long conversation with someone who said, we were talking about how much the difference in programming languages is not going to matter as much as AI supported development or AI augmented or AI enabled development takes deeper root. And I think to some extent that's true. I'm not going to get into it today. I won't necessarily say that it's going to completely go away, but I do think that for this reason, I'm still building in .NET. So that's one thing I want to share. The other thing is earlier this week, I discovered something, and I told you we're going to vibe code our way through this. So I was watching another streamer. Shout out to our very good friend of the stream, Jeff Fritz, aka C# Fritz on Twitch. I was watching his stream, I want to say earlier this week, and he was showing me on his stream how he uses an open source solution called Squad to help him tackle multiple projects at the same time. Now, here's the thing. I knew nothing of this. Like, I was fascinated by this, okay? Fascinated. Let me share this screen real quick again one more time. And let me do this. Now, what is Squad? So Squad is, okay, actually, this is not the best link. Let me come to the GitHub. Squad is very much an AI-powered development team where there are different agents who take on very specific roles to help enable your project to get done, right? And it very much is a command line driven thing, right? So as you go in and create the folder structure for your project, and then you go in and install Squad. I've already authenticated with GitHub. I'm hoping that it still works. It uses Copilot, but Copilot, right? You can use any model you want behind the scenes. You can change you can change a lot, right? So it really is just an interface. But in this regard, the way that the Squad is set up by default is amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. You give it a problem and it will tackle all ends of this problem. And I promise you, this is probably one of the best experiences I've had building with AI. Because oftentimes I get a bunch of garbage code. And my first exposure to it, it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we're going to do this today with Squad, right? Where the only thing, I'm going to show this to y'all. The only thing I've done is I've set up like the things for Squad to work, right? I've done a quick git init, but nothing has been, look at this, 41 changes. Oh, wait, let me just make this a little bit bigger. Hold on. Yeah, nothing has been committed, right? Like, this is very much starting from scratch. And then I have an MCP server set up here for Deepgram docs, which we'll talk about soon. I'll come back to that. Squad is absolutely going to be the game changer, I think, for this. So I'm very curious to see how this goes. Our friend Digital Drummer on Twitch says the same. Squad is fantastic, that it's supposed to work in VS Code, but they've only used it through the CLI. I also have only used it through the CLI. And you will see how this goes. So let me just show you how I'm going to do this. Actually, let me drop this comment for y'all, or this link for y'all. If you want to try and play around, here is the link for those joining on YouTube and Twitch. You go take a look for yourselves. What I'm going to do is get started. So let's go do a thing. I'm going to go over to Copilot. Let's go into the terminal. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that for now. And let's just go. There we go. Let's go Copilot. And that's going to start up behind the scenes. Okay, great. Connected. Okay. Oh God, it tried to do an authorization. Give me 1 second. Let me change back to my face because I don't want y'all to see I don't want to accidentally leak something. So give me 1 second. and then let's go from there. So what's happened? Oh, I see what's happened. It can't connect to the MCP server. Okay, so then let me take that out. And let me, we'll still see how far we can get. Let me save that and then go there. Okay, the other thing is I have to update the Copilot CLI. So let me quit that. Okay, and then Copilot. And I'm not meant to be sharing my screen just because I saw something. So give me 1 second in case folks are interested, because I don't want to accidentally leak things. I've learned this from the past. Oh man. Okay, this should work. Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. Okay, hold on. So I'm updating the Copilot CLI, and then I'm going to log back in, and then we're going to go ahead and share the screen back across. It's going to ask me to do some authentication stuff, so stay tuned. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. Let me share my screen now, and then let me read this comment. Let me close that out. Says the Squad UI extension is also cool to quickly see the team skills and decisions. Yes, metrics are available, but I haven't been able to get metrics working. Digital Drummer, if you have, can I just search for the extension here in code? Like, is it publicly available? One of the things that we've been talking about, actually, we talked about it this week for Deepgram, is building a set of Deepgram skills for best practices. So there's some stuff we're doing there to get that out. I'll keep you posted on when it comes. Let me go do something. Squad UI. And of course it was Jeff Ritz who published that. Of course it was. Okay, wait. So let me go to Squad UI. Oh, that's cool. Okay, wait. So wait. Now if I do, because the way that I was told to start was to select squad from the agents list. Let me see if I hit form your squad. Oh, that's cool. And you can select specific universe of characters. I love this. Let me go Marvel. Now, let me tell it exactly what it's building. So we are building a .NET 10 app that is powered by Deepgram's voice agent API to create a reality TV style confessional booth where different people / teams can go and share confessions while being prompted. Oh, wait, confessions during a team event while being prompted by the voice agent with questions to capture clips, recaps, sentiment, feedback, and more. Go. Let me go see what happens. Oh, that is cool. Oh, this is very cool. Yes. Go ahead and proceed. I told you we're completely vibe coding this. I've not done anything. Okay. That's fine. That's going to get deprecated. What happened? So it created that, already found an MCP, already found ceremonies, and a bunch of other things. Created squad insider release. I'm curious about what that is. Squad promote, curious about what that is. Okay, so it's still doing things. It's formed my squad. Check that out. That was a premium request too. I gotta be careful. It formed my squad. So it gave me some feedback. Love my project. Casting from the from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We've got a lead for the team who's Rhodey. We've got a back end dev in Shuri, a front end dev in Luis. Maria Hill is our tester. Nebula is our DevOps person. And then we have a silent scribe and a monitor named Ralph. This is fun. That looks about right. That looks about right. Now, I'm curious on what's happening with the UI. Yeah, it looks like the UI hasn't quite refreshed. It looks like it's getting there. So now if I come back into Copilot, okay, and then I switch down to agent and I go to squad. Okay, we haven't created, no. Let's say not have. Let's start with where we need to go. Get out of here. There we go. Okay. Let's start with creating the project structure based on what you know about our project and technology included and tech stacks included. Okay, let's see what comes up. I like that it does this. So let me hit 2. It's approving everything that it has to do. So it doesn't just go off doing things. I really like that. And we're using the Claude, y'all can't see it because it's behind my head, but we're using the Claude Sonnet model 4.6. I may change that. What's interesting is it took the previous approach, but I don't think it actually finished allocating all the things. Okay. So it's figuring all the things out. This is why I like Squad. I can easily see what all is happening. There's nothing here. It's just a project and it's under Deepgram. So it doesn't actually have that context that we just gave it. So I'm going to let it continue exploring. This is going to be a very expensive request. So let's see. Let me see if I can go get the previous reference. Nope. Okay, so now I have to tell it exactly what I'm trying to do again. I want to build a reality TV style confessional app powered by .NET and using Deepgram's voice agent. Now y'all can't see that because it's just going behind my face, but I promise you I can see it. API to use for an internal team event that allows team individuals and teams to share thoughts, reactions, feedback, etc. in this app. It will likely, well, let me actually just stop there and just see what it comes up with. Okay, so it's figured out the project, it's figured out the stack, it's figured out some of the API. At some point, it's gonna ask me for a key. I created my Deepgram account. I did not log in before the stream, so we're gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna have to like put my face back up so I can go get the key. but that's fine. Let me close this out. Okay, so it's now giving me a new team. Okay, so it didn't quite hit it the first time, but let me hire this team. Okay. Yep, create the structures. Do what you need to do. And it's creating a bunch of files. So now if I go look here and I look here, yeah, I can see that there's some new things here. Okay. Let's approve for the rest of this session. What are we creating? Oh, good. This is for the team. Got it. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So it's creating the team files in parallel. The other thing that I think would be interesting would be how you could give the team specific skills, right? Like if I have particular skills that I want to create, that I wanted it to share with it, I'm curious on how I do that. Okay, good. So now we see all the changes it's made. And here's an example, right? So it's got the project context, it's got the team members, and then you can see all the rest of the things. Let me say yes, so we don't have to keep approving, because we really are just vibe coding this. So I'm gonna see how far this goes. And as this is going, I'm gonna, I need to go read. Sorry, I missed the comments. Our friend Greg is in the house. Welcome, Greg. Greg is actually about to, wait, Greg, can I share the news? Greg, let me know if I can share the news. Greg's joining us from LinkedIn. Digital Drummer over on Twitch said, oh, it did give me the team, the first team. The process is, it tells you who will be hired and what they will be doing. And then when it's ready, it asks if you want to hire them. Got it. So I went too fast because when I came here, I didn't see it. And I was like, oh, I wonder what happened. So then I just went. So I should have waited. That's clearly a patience thing. I need to fix that. Also said you can add team members for specific skills in the squad. Yeah. So I remembered, I saw that you could add team members. And then I was like, well, wait, but if I have specific skill files, how do I, right? Like if I have specific skills for particular agents, how do I do it? And so because that's the case, I'll have to go read the documentation. Let me press a quick pause because Greg is joining us from LinkedIn. I just shared with you all that we're hiring in San Francisco. The way that the DevRel team is set up at Deepgram, we have one side that focuses very much on outbound and true developer advocacy, so to say, right? Very much the outbound facing and inward pulling in the feedback and helping to improve the dev experience. The second is our developer experience team, which is very much focused on how developers engage with Deepgram's tooling, with the product, with the experience end to end. And so I'm very excited to share that certain somebody, Greg Holmes, who's joining us from LinkedIn right now, is going to be joining the team. Yeah? Yeah? I love Greg. I really do. Greg is like the type of engineer who, like he gets an idea and he's like, let me just see how far this will go. And next thing you know, we're like, 10 steps down the road and we've got a really interesting idea that can turn into something viable. And so I love that curiosity and I love that passion. And I'm so excited to have him on the team. Welcome to the team, Greg. And as I told y'all, we're hiring. I got more roles coming. Don't you worry. We're gonna make sure we have a really, really solid team to support all the things. So kudos to that. And welcome again, Greg. One more cheer and a trumpet. I am truly right now just approving commands. This is fun. it's scaffolding a bunch of stuff, right? And I can see, thanks to Squad UI, who's driving a lot of this. So that's really good to see. And all right now it's doing, just so y'all know, because I wouldn't just blindly just approve stuff. Well, probably would, but I love that I can see very clearly, like it's just adding projects to a solution right now, right? Like I know exactly what I'm approving, so I'm good with that. So this is really, really, really cool. Digital Drummer said on Twitch said, "Yeah, just go YOLO, let it go. You never know." Just go have some fun. Greg says, yeah, he loves how excited. Yeah, I'm so excited. I am so excited. We're bringing in some new and fresh energy, and we're going to continue to do some fantastic things. So cheers to that. Now, actually, as I said this, some folks who were here earlier may have heard me say it. After this, I actually have to go review resumes. After that, I have to finish. We have a bunch of like internal meetings, but then I have to go finish actually Greg's onboarding stuff. I have to go write a bunch of stuff down for Greg's onboarding. So it's going to be a fun day. Yeah, give me a folder structure. Why not? Now let me go see if it's creating all these things too. You can see it happening in real time, right? Like there's the source. There are the folders. That's core. That's web. Here's our test project. Love this because y'all know I'm not writing any tests. I'm not writing any tests. You know, we just got to call a spade a spade. Oh, man. Yeah, okay, that's the team setup. Okay, so I can't see. Oh, I can. Okay, I can see what's in progress. But I can't entirely see everything he's working on. Interesting. Like, I can see it here, but I can't see it there. Okay. Oh, but I can do that. Use read agent. So I can see specific agents. Interesting. Okay, cool. So we have a solution. And if I go to, wait, let me pull this up. Where are you? I think it's right there. Yeah. So if I go to this view, I can see, because in the world of .NET, you know, we still actually have solutions, even though we don't always use them. But I can see that the solution is there. So now it's going to just do a quick build on everything that's already there. And then Digital Drummer told me if I roll over the team header, click the bar. So if I go back to, where were you? Squad UI. No, not there. Where were you thinking, Digital Drummer? There. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. You can see who's doing what. That's good. And then if I come to Keaton and I just click on Keaton, I can see their work, but I can't see the task. Got it. So this is one of those things. This is cool. This is really cool. And then let me go hit activity. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see where Jeff's going with this. I like where this is going. I got some feedback for him. Like I can't see, like for instance, because we're waiting for a result, I can't see where to get the result. So if I go, let me go see agent. Okay, wait, let me hit that. I knew that there's a way to see, there was a specific command to see what each agent is doing. I saw this earlier this week and I was like, oh, that's fascinating. And they just had it down there. Yeah, Digital Drummer said the same. In the CLI, the slash tasks will show you what the background agents are doing. So if I hit slash tasks, that's it. That's it. See, this is me in command line. I always have to remember which flags to use. It'd be cool. That's my feedback. Is it'd be cool if he made it easier to see the tasks here in the UI. See, like you can see that right there. Even though I'm all jumpy, you can see that right there. And then I can just navigate to that one since it's the active one, right? But mine is all jumpy because of my terminal configuration. It's not for any reason other than that. So yeah. Uh-oh, I did the wrong thing. I hit escape too many times to get out of it. Hold on. I hit escape too many times. Resume. And I see where to add those skills now. I can see that just there. And then I can see the decisions, which is really cool. That's really cool. I like that. I like that a ton. I really do. I hit the wrong thing. I like that a ton. See, this would be even better if I was talking about this yesterday too. If I yeah, go ahead, do the commit. That's fine. If I had a way to, so I need to figure out my streaming setup because it'd be really cool. I hate this. Sorry. Well, let me say two things. One, it'd be really cool if I could have it use a local model. So what I probably need to do is get a separate machine to dev on that has like more power, and then that could then run the model, right? And I could probably code from that, but then run the stream itself from a different machine, right? And just connect the two. And that way, what y'all see is on a separate machine. And that way, I'm not just consuming cloud models for this, right? Because I could probably download a model that could be just good enough without me having to consume so many credits, you know, or tokens. But the other thing, and this is part of the reason why, like, as I'm doing this, I'm realizing I probably should do the project setup myself, because God bless .NET, they will always pick something that is not latest and greatest, as that's .NET 9 and we've got .NET 10. So there's some stuff there that we need to be doing. I'm probably going to step in and check and upgrade some things, but we'll see how this goes. Yeah, go ahead, run it. Oh, let me turn the music up a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. We keep amending. I don't think we need to. I gotta imagine that Squad has a way to also take a plan file. All right, like if you sit back and do a plan, I gotta imagine there's a way for you to give it a plan and it would know exactly what to do. Yup. Okay, let's see. McManus. I'm going to take squad suggestions. Wire up the Deepgram voice agent connection, and let's just see where it goes. If it breaks, I can always step in, right? Like, if I need to. I could probably also run the confessional booth update as well in parallel, but I'm not going to. Oh, and look at that. Digital Drummer said the same thing I just said. See, sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Maybe there's a reason why I'm kind of doing this job. Digital Drummer said, you can also do a plan first where you lay out all of that scaffolding. Yup. Make sure it has the right thing in it before turning the squad loose on it. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I'm like, yeah, I probably could have. We definitely did the YOLO approach. They did a plan yesterday, then had the squad lead break it into phases. That makes sense. Create GH issues and then put them into milestones and assign them to a GH project. See, that's way more structured than my brain went this Friday morning. I love that. That just makes sense. I didn't think that far. I was like, let's just see how far we go. Go. Okay, so it's looking to see if it has the DLLs. I don't. I'm expecting that at some point it's going to realize that it needs to download the DLLs from NuGet. It's starting to get there. It's starting to get there. Ooh. Whoa. I mean, we can. I just don't think we need to. I sure am improving a lot of things. It feels like my life as a manager. I spend quite a bit of time just approving things and looking for context. Does that make sense? Is that the right thing? Sure. I'm curious as to why it didn't just, right? See, this is where the plan would have been helpful. They would have gotten rid of a lot of these steps. So next time I'll do the plan. Next time. It's kind of like I always say, next time I'll write the tests. Next time. I want to see what code it's writing. Hold on. Okay, so it created a class. Oh, then it created a service for events. I'm assuming these events are going to be for webhooks. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. I'm going to change something outside of the stream. When we get to the, when I get to the end, there's something I am going to change. I like, so I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to tell y'all, I like the, there's a couple things that are coming up. One, we absolutely need the Deepgram MCP server because the way this is going, I see how it's doing this and this isn't efficient or effective, right? So I gotta fix that. Two, we absolutely need to be more prescriptive. I see the direction that it's going for the UI project, and in that it's using an ASP.NET, I think, Razor Pages application. Or maybe it's a Blazor server. I'm gonna poke into that because I see components. I'm gonna poke into that. Let me poke into that. Because what I think I want to do is have a very, very, very lightweight front end. I don't want the front end, I want the front end to be almost like a single page application. Super lightweight and have most of the processing, because most of the processing is going to happen on the server anyway. So I may make some architectural changes. If I had written a plan, That would have been helpful. Oh, Digital Drummer says, with Squad, oh, really? So Squad can / will spin up multiple team members in parallel. I saw that. I was doing something else this week, and I saw my UI agent and my DevOps agent doing two things at the same time that were related but not the same. And then all I had to do was actually review the final output. And I said this to someone else where I said, like, we absolutely need to make sure a human stays in the loop. So I get that, but we have to scale that so that we don't slow down, right? Like, don't take forever to do that. And this is where skills would be really helpful, because skills could make sure, right? Like, we legitimately are getting stuff done according to the way in which we've spelled it out. And then the plan will guide, right? So yeah, this is really cool. Now I want to see who's doing what. Yeah, see, he's got to update the UI. The UI is not up to date, but let me, if I go to tasks, if I go to /tasks, it'll pick up. Yeah, McManus is doing multiple things at the same time right now. Detached shell sessions. I'm curious as to what that's doing. Huh. Like what you would need a detached shell session for. Yeah, sorry, I had to put y'all on mute. I have to drink water, trying to stay alive, stay hydrated, all the things. We're coming up on the top of the hour too. We got 2 minutes, so I'm gonna do a check-in at the top of the hour, see how far we got. I do like our friend Digital Drummer on Twitch has said that oh no, I already called that out. Sorry. Greg's those pesky hydration. Wait. Yeah, those pesky hydration demands, man. Trying to stay alive, I tell you. Oh man. Oh. Let me see something. And you can see all of the decisions that it's made as it's going through and doing things. This is so cool. This is so freaking cool. You can literally see every decision that it's made. And then if you need to intervene, you can always just kill it and intervene, right? And there goes our commit message. Yeah, go ahead. Let's do it. We're almost there. And we don't have a UI yet, so I'm going to have it do the UI next and see what it comes up with. And I'm not going to be prescriptive. We've learned being prescriptive is probably a good idea, but why? It's Friday morning. YOLO. Let me go read Greg's comments. Yeah, more. No, I don't. I don't think I've shared this with. I don't drink coffee. Do y'all know that? I don't drink coffee. My energy is raw, pure energy, baby. It's very much not. And the reason why is because I get really bad headaches, like really bad. I used to think that I would need to be on medication for migraines. I don't. But I definitely, yeah, it gets really bad. Greg says they've got 3 drinks on their desk: a pint of water, a can of caffeine-free Diet Coke, and a cup of hot chocolate. I'll tell you a funny story. My son drinks Coke Zero and only Coke Zero. Like he'll drink the other drinks now. Like he's starting to get into like other drinks. For a long time, it was Coke Zero and then it was Diet Coke. And now he's kind of gotten to Coke, but at some point he's going to stay away. Like it's just like he just switched to Sprite. So, he's a character. That's sort of how this thing goes. It's very funny. Oh, sweet. Oh, this is cool. Okay, hold on. Let's go read some things. So this is, I told you, this is why I like this mode. McManus is done. 0 errors, 0 warnings. Okay, here's what's wired. So in our confessional core project, that's the project that has like the core of the what you call it, of the code base, just right here, right? So in the core project, we have a number of objects that have been created, right? Voice agent session, transcript line, session status enum, and iVoice agent service. That's probably a service within our web project to be able to wrap around all things Deepgram, right? Then we have a voice agent service, which is our Deepgram SDK integration. See, I kind of knew what I was talking about. Yes. But it has a concurrent dictionary for live WebSocket sessions. So this is interesting. So with Deepgram, there is an architecture that you can use that is very live and in real time using WebSockets, right? And in .NET, we abstract a ton of that away, right? From we say, look, you want to do WebSockets? SignalR. So I'm very curious to see what this final code looks like to understand like how we navigate that. I didn't. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I also see that it's got the model names in there too. It's got specific model names in there. So this is going to be really interesting. And sure enough, I just talked about SignalR. SignalR as the confession hub. So what they probably did was set up a SignalR hub for the connection to Deepgram that's wrapped all in the service to then be able to do things like send the audio in the conversation, so on and so forth. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I could go look at the code, but I'm really trying not to. I'm trying really hard not to. Our friend Luke's in the house. Let me go give a shout to Luke very shortly here. For the audio flow, you go from browser mic, SignalR, voice agent service, send audio async, hits Deepgram WebSocket, transcript the audio events, and then get everything back up through the hub into the browser client. Okay, said the same thing. Next up, go build the confessional UI. Next up, go build the confessional UI. And make sure that we can see the transcript in the UI plus some sentiment around the transcript with the ability to amend or delete before publishing. Go. Okay. Let's see what happens. Now, with that, so we talked a little bit about the team earlier, and I am very, very, very excited that we have another member of the team joining us in chat. Let me just say, I started at Deepgram in January, and one of the first things that I like to do whenever I join a new team is just to get to know like the people, right? Not as employees, but just as people. And Luke is someone who I had the real fun pleasure of chatting with because we were so aligned. It is very interesting when you walk into a work environment and it's a new environment and you're just getting to know people. It's really, really, really cool when you find folks who you just like mind meld with. And so I gotta say this, I'm very excited that one of the members of our team, Luke, is joining us here in chat on LinkedIn. Good to see you, Luke. Luke, can I share? Can I share what you're doing? Like, I think folks will get a kick out of it. I won't, I respect PII and all the things. But if you're good with it, I'll share it because it's funny because I know Luke is probably like, Like he needs this break. Okay, so this thing is going. This thing is going. Now, if this thing works, by the way, if this project works, I'm probably going to write a couple of blog posts about it. And we'll probably open source it just because, like, why not? So we'll see how this goes. We got 3 agents going in parallel right now. This is going to get really fun really quickly. Also, we have, let me check the time. We're 6 minutes past the hour. Let me double check my calendar really quickly. Oh, okay. I'll read that separately. The joy of working while working. 1 second. Now I'm working in parallel. Okay, I do have a little bit of time. I can probably go to the top of the next hour, but right at that point, I gotta stop. Because the meeting that I was supposed to have got moved. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we'll go to the top of the next hour. At that point, I absolutely have to stop because I have to go do something. So yeah. Oh, Luke. Okay, Luke said I could share. So Luke is he's got the day off. He's done a fantastic job caring for his family. He's stepped in to be the caretaker today, while everyone else is out having a fantastic day of self-care. But of course, being a caretaker means he's caring for little ones. And if we have viewers who are watching who are parents or caretakers to little ones, you know just how much fun he's having. And when I say fun, I don't mean fun. So Luke, you let us know if we need to, send in some support or something. While I let the agents go build a bunch of things. Oh man. Okay, so McManus is adding our sentiment analysis service. Finster is building the UI. And Hockney is writing the tests. Let's go see what's happening in the background. I want to pay attention. Let's see what's happening with the UI and the sentiment tests. God, it's so jumpy. Why is it so jumpy? This is the worst. I'm sure I can see this in Markdown, though. Let me go see if I can see it in Markdown. 1 second. Because you can see all the decisions that are being made. Or I can maybe even see it here. Let's go see. No, can't see it there. Let me go check here. Yeah, I can see the decisions getting made here. And I can see... Ooh, I can see how they're thinking about using the SDK here. That's good. This will actually be interesting from an MCP perspective. I'm going to come back and look at this and think about if it aligns with the guidance that we have in our docs. Because I can easily see where that's going to get fun. Look at that. Now we're starting to see a little bit about what they're coming together with the sentiment analysis and how they're thinking about it. That's fun. And what all's still happening in the background? Let's go find out. Yeah, so we're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. Yeah, we do. I tried to add it before and then ran into a auth error, digital drummer. So I got to dig into it. But we do have an MCP server for the docs. And this is part of why I was thinking, there's a couple things we talked about. Luke and I talked about this earlier this week around ways to help lean into this, to avoid places where people go off the rails. And it was triggered by an internal conversation with a number of other people. So it's really, and that conversation is still ongoing as of this morning. So yeah, this is one of those things where like sometimes I sit back and I'm like, yeah, we will talk some things down into the dirt. We got to make sure we action them. But it's good. It's exactly why The MCP server came up. A couple other things came up that we could do to help. So yeah. Now we're getting our tests. So here's what's going to happen. After it finishes, I'm going to build it and run it and see what we have. And I'm going to be very curious to just see what it looks like. I haven't given it any guidance on what it should look like. I've only said like we should be able to do certain things. So we can go in there and, you know, add the necessary CSS things and make it pretty. But I'm going to see how this goes. While this does that, I saw something just now that I need to read. Oh, we're almost there. Okay, I see what I need. I see what I need to do. Okay, I'll take care of that. Yes. It's really fun when all I have to do is just say yes. You know, it's a little bit easier than actually my day job. Oftentimes in my day job, I'm like, wait, why? What? Who? Say what? And then I make a face. And my sister always tells me I gotta fix my face. I gotta work on my face. Because people will say things to me sometimes. I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay, so here's what the team shipped. Ooh, okay. McManus did the sentiment analysis service. That service has a lot going on. Finster did the confessional booth UI with a dark booth aesthetic. Ooh. And then Hockney did the tests with 14 tests and 4 confessional hub tests. Interesting. Yeah, let me have Keaton review the stack. Keaton, review the stack and suggest updates or changes. But, no, just review the stack. I'll run the app afterwards. Okay, let's see what Keaton says. I like this. It really is talking to my own personal squad. I love this. We're doing some in-substitute mocking in our testing. Interesting. And then we got a bunch of full coverage tests on our unit tests. So normally I would say, oh, I got to do a, review. Could you imagine though? So our friend of the stream, Marcus, voice programmer, who I miss actually, and I've not had a chance to catch up with him. He interacts with his computer through voice. Could you imagine, right? Like this, like the power of this? That would be so fantastic. Just truly powering everything through voice. Oh, digital drum. Oh man. For those of you who can't tell, Digital Drummer. So Digital Drummer is joined us on Twitch, and I literally said something out loud, and sure enough, and I didn't see it. Digital Drummer sent a note, said this becomes more fun when you use something like Handy.computer to talk to your computer instead of typing out the prompts. And I literally just This is the mind meld. This is the mind meld. Emil has joined us. Welcome, Emil. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Thanks for hopping on the stream. Yeah, we're going to be doing this every Friday. We're going to be doing this every Friday. And now I don't know that we're going to be building this every Friday, but we are going to be live every Friday, having fun, talking to developers, building with developers, all the things. And I am so excited to be able to do it. Because we've got to get it. We've got to be doing more. So I'm excited. Once we get a schedule going, let me say, I talked to our friends in marketing yesterday, and they were like, "Ooh, please, can I have this?" And like we were talking over different ideas, and it was fantastic. And one of them was getting, as we do more stuff with and for the developer community, one of the things that they asked was for us to, or that we talked about, was us doing a community office hours. So don't be surprised if y'all start to see either me or Luke or Greg or other people dropping links just, to get the community together. Don't be surprised. Like, please. We've got a Discord. I want to see more folks in there. I want to see more interaction happening in there. So we're going to be doing some things to help drive some of that as well. We're going to have some fun. I'm so excited. Okay. So Keaton's writing up his findings. We're going to see what Keaton says. Now Keaton's probably smarter than I am. Right? So, wait. This thing is talking to me. 1 second. I got to change tracks. We don't like tracks that have audio. There we go. Yeah, I had to change the track. But once we see what these findings look like, we're going to learn some things. And it's in decisions inbox. Right? So it's all showing up there. And there's some stuff to fix. Oh, that's not good. I like that it found that. I think that that's really cool. The voice pipeline won't deliver audio or transcripts to the client. Got it. So we got to fix that and change it to a singleton. So that's good to know. So that it sticks around. Sentiment labels never match. Yeah, we got to fix our enum because our sentiment labels are meant to match an enum and they don't match. So we got to fix that. Every transcript line appears twice. On transcript received sends both receive transcript and receive transcript with sentiment. The client registers handlers for both events, but the fallback handler calls on transcript with sentiment. Ooh, got it. McMahon has been writing some bad code. Wait a minute, what's happening? Site CSS body styles conflict with dark booth theme. I'm gonna probably give it some guidance. The CSS stuff I'm not worried about. I have a thought. I'll share more there. I'll come back. May cause issues. Async void. We can't have that. We got to fix that. We've got to fix that. Just by default, we got to fix that. Play audio creates a new audio context per chunk. So every audio context from Deepgram creates a new audio context object, plays one buffer, and then closes it. Browsers limit concurrent audio context instances. And so under rapid audio delivery, playback will fail. Yeah. Finster should fix that. No API. No API key validation. Yeah, Yep, fix that. Okay, so we should fix all of the errors and concerns, except for this one. I'm not worried about the CSS conflicts. Luke, you and I are going to talk about that next week. Like, I want to figure out how we pull in some of the stuff we've been talking about. I can't share a lot on stream. I'll share it next week. I promise you. But we've been doing some things. I think there's some ways we can pull some stuff in and have a little bit of fun to make this look and feel pretty and consistent. So in the meantime, let's go fix our browser, which it's probably causing some issues for folks. Oh, look at this. So this is really cool. This is really, really, really cool. Legitimately, we've got Keaton did the review. They're now fixing the blockers, right? So that way we can like make sure we don't have those bugs. And that's being fixed in parallel. Yo, my terminal is like a hot mess right now. Our friend Peter Wheeler's in the house. Welcome, Peter. Good to see you, man. Yeah, we're live. We're here. Actually, let me check my schedule. So, I'm trying to clear my Friday mornings to be able to stream with y'all. Next Friday, yeah, we can mostly do it. We got a team meeting afterwards, but we won't skip the team meeting. That's important. Friday after that, we'll stream so March 3rd we'll stream. March 6th we'll stream because the Friday after that we won't. We have the hackathon and then I have to go to speak at an event. Which reminds me, I have to do some code stuff for that. So yeah, we got a busy couple weeks. Somewhere in there I have to go to San Francisco because we're doing an event there. Hopefully we hire someone by then. And then somewhere in there, some members of the team will be in New York and in Barcelona because we've got some stuff happening in both places. So, we're all over the place. We really are all over the place. Let me see what this says. Concerns but not blocking. I don't like the async void. I really don't like the async void. There are some scenarios under which it's okay, but in this case, I don't. I want to try to avoid it. I do want to fix the audio context issue. So we'll fix that. We can skip the API key validation. And then missing no persistence. Oh, there's no persistence. Oh, crud. We don't have a database. Okay, so we need to fix that. There's no admin view. We need to fix that. There's no next person reset flow. Yo, this is like the MVP. Like, no, we just did the basic of the basic, Before I run it, I do need to set my API key. So, yeah, let's do some things. Okay. I'm going to go to grab my API key in the background. 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. Let me switch screens real quick so I don't mess around and dox myself. And I've learned from previous experiences that it's always best just to not show the screen. Like, even if every platform has a different approach to this. Even if the platforms do things to obfuscate the key, you'll mess around and next thing you know, you put it into the terminal and here we go. We're all screwed. Peter's. I just saw Peter's comments. Corey sees me and decides it's time to stop. I still have a generous credit. Did y'all know that? Okay, wait. I'm gonna show you something. Let me show you something, okay? And I am going to still pull this off screen, but this is something that someone else called out yesterday, and I thought I really appreciated it. So when you sign up for a Deepgram account, you legitimately get a very generous $200 credit, right? That's really cool. Like, someone said, I had 3 people actually tell me this. Someone said it in a LinkedIn comment, and then 2 people told me this on Twitter, because I talked to a number of developers on Twitter who've been building with Deepgram, and they all were like, yo, the amount of stuff we get in credits is amazing. Like, thank you. So shout out to the fantastic growth team who figured that out. Okay, now let me switch screens again, because y'all can't. We gotta hide the key. So let me create an API key. And the way I usually do this, because I'm really bad at copy paste, is I will, oh, we should set an expiration. I'll move it into Notepad and just make sure that we can, I can easily go copy it again because I'm really bad at copy paste. Really bad. But for our key, I'm going to set a friendly name called confessional key. Actually, just confessional. I'm going to set the expiration to be after the hackathon. So I'm going to set it to be, today's the 20th. We're going to set it to be April 20th. We'll give it 1 month. Okay. And then, oh, you can add tags. Okay, then let's tag this to be the development key. I like that. And then you can give it a bunch more things. Permission to use Deepgram services. Permission to use Deepgram services, view usage and logs, use token-based authentication. Admin, and then owner. Okay, you're not going to be an owner. We like least privilege. We're not going to be an admin. I'm going to pick default and hope that in the worst case, if I need to swap it out, I can. Copy this key because you'll never be able to access it again. Now, those of you who know me, who've watched me stream in the past, know that I love Notepad++ because nothing ever goes away. The problem is nothing ever goes away. So let me do something. Let me go take care of this part. Got that. Okay, we have a key. Now, let me come back over to Visual Studio Code and let's go set some user secrets. So I'm gonna go .NET user secrets. And then what am I putting in? I think you have to put the project first. Set Deepgram API key, and I have to get the casing correct. And as I do that, then I'm gonna put the key in there. If I remember to copy paste correctly, then I'm gonna put the project in there. Confessional.web. And again, we're keeping this off screen so I don't dox myself. And that should be it. Let's see if this works. Oh, I have to init the user secrets. So user secrets were not created. Okay, user secrets. I think you have to use a very specific thing. I was right. Init. Project. Source / confessional.web. What? What you talking about? You know what? Then let me change directories. So let me go cd into source. And then let's cd into confessional.web. Okay, then let's go .NET user secrets. And oh, I didn't spell the command correctly. My silly butt. I tell you. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, cool. So now it's been added to the secret store. Let me cd //. We'll go back up 2 directories. Fantastic. Let's go .NET build confessional.slnx. Sweet. And now we're building the whole thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna get rid of this one. It'll probably still be here. Okay, good. Then let me come back here and let me bring y'all back into what we're doing. Wait, let me do one more thing. Sorry, one more thing. Yeah, I'm just double checking one thing. I don't know if we have. Someone will know the answer to this. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to try to run this real quick, but I'm doing it behind the scenes because I don't think we have a startup project. Which means I'll likely have to run both of these simultaneously. I wish that, this is where I wish I used Aspire, because I could just run Aspire and it would know that. It would absolutely know that. So let me CD into the source. Okay, let me show y'all what I'm doing, just so you know, because I need to run the project. But I'm just gonna go run the web project. So let me CD into source, then let's go cd into confessional.web. Let's just do .NET run, and then let's see what comes up. Oh yeah, the other thing is it's using .NET 10. I gotta upgrade this. Whoa, what happened to my window? I clicked the link, it was supposed to give me a window, and then it gave me a whole bunch of exceptions. What? Pause. Let's go there. Go see what happens. Oh, look at that UI. That's interesting. I don't know if it's going to pick up my audio, so this is going to be fascinating because my microphone is being used by OBS so that I can then talk to y'all. So let's just see if it can. Oh, it didn't even see the API key. Wait, what? Well, first of all, what a nice look. What a nice and lovely error message. So, you know, this is a nice error message. But it didn't take the API key, which is kind of crazy. So we got to fix that. Okay, so let me come here. Wait, I want to know what this error is. Oh, this is a Blazor error. We're doing something in the startup that we shouldn't be. I can see it. That's what that is. We got to fix that error. So let me grab that real quick, because I'm going to give that to the team to go fix. And then, yeah, that's fine. And then we got to give it this error, even though the key has been set in user secrets. And now I've found everything. Now the rest of these are just interesting warnings. So I don't really care about this. So we are going to CLS this. Actually, I don't even need to CLS. I can just delete. Cool. Okay, let me go catch up with chat, and then let me tell y'all what happened, and then we're gonna go get the agents, the squad, doing some things. We have 20 something minutes, so we're gonna be very quick about this. Let's catch up in chat first. Our friend Peter says the $200 is a lot of credits. He's using a lot of local text-to-speech and cloning tools, but this kind of defeats that. There's some pedestrian practical use cases, right? Where, like for future sessions, how do we chat? Can we chat about tying into a level of like a sad talker or like a digital twin scenario? Yeah, I see that. Or like, how do you lean into like full voice agent work for dialing, right? Like small businesses where restaurants can use for to-go orders and whatnot. And this is, I let me see if I can talk about this. One second. Because we have a thing at Deepgram for exactly this. Let me just see what's public. I've learned. Yes, we have a thing that's public. That's exactly this, right? And it's this. Right? It is very much this notion of there are very specific things that you likely need to do for a scenario like a restaurant, where there are specifically published like things that are tied to that particular scope. Medical is the same, right? Like the way you pronounce particular medications or pharmacies or things like that, exact same. some specialized solutions. So, yup. Yeah, we should talk, Peter. Our friend Toe Frog's in the house. Welcome. I just had the chance to chat with him, actually. I just talked to Toe Frog yesterday over at Twilio, joining us on Twitch. We're going to be doing some fun things together. I don't know if people realize this. Deepgram and Twilio do things together today. We're going to be doing some more fun things together in the coming months and weeks. So I'm very excited about that. I have a couple more job openings coming as well to like help support some of these things that we do with some of these additional companies. So I'm telling you, we got some fun stuff happening. I'm excited. I am very excited to be helping to pave the way for how we do this moving forward. Okay, let's go fix some errors. Close that, come here. So when the application ran, we ran into 2 errors. On startup, there's an ordering problem with what we're trying to do. Something's happening in the life cycle for JavaScript, where we're probably doing something too early. We have it in the wrong method, so we got to fix this. We got this error. And then when we try to connect to Deepgram, we got this error, even though the API key is set in user secrets, because that's important. Okay, let's see what happens. You know, I'm realizing that the more things change, the more they stay the same, because legitimately, I can't spell to save my life. I swear to God, I can't spell to save my life. Oh, I love this. We've got 2 agents running in parallel. So Finster, who is taking care of our UI, is taking care of the JS interop. That's good. McManus is fixing the Deepgram off binding. That's good. Both happening in parallel. This is genius. I love the squad. I really do. I really, really do. Somebody should clip that. We got to send that to Jeff and Brady. I just talked about this too on Twitter yesterday, and I'm probably going to share this on Twitter later today. I'm sorry, X. Okay, so it's diagnosing that fix. Let me actually see if I can dig into the tasks. I'd be curious to see what they do. Oh God, ugh, this is all jumpy. Look at this. It's disgusting. Let me get that off the screen. I don't want to trigger anyone. McManus is working behind the scenes and has fixed a bunch of stuff. Finster's working on the UI. And is really getting a bunch of stuff done there as well. I probably need to, you know what I did not do? And I should have. I don't know why I didn't do it. Like, I really don't know why I didn't do it, but now it's coming to bite me in the butt. And Peter's gonna laugh because of the company that we used to both work for. I did not add authentication to this at all. At all. But we absolutely need it. I don't know what I was thinking about. So I'll do that when I get off the screen, off the stream. why are we trying to read my users directory? What is happening, Copilot? What are you doing? Anyway, yeah, I have to add auth in here because we need to restrict this. So we'll take care of that. I'll probably still outsource it to something like, actually, hold on. I need to add a couple things in here. One is we still need persistence. I don't have a database. So we need to add that. I'll figure out the auth solution. I may figure that out. Like where we may just truly like just outsource it just for the sake of getting it done. Outsource it to like Auth0 or one of the other services. I'm not using Intra, whatever. I don't know. I know this is .NET. Microsoft does not do this well. God bless them. And I have to be careful of what I say because now I represent Deepgram. But I'm not using Intra. That's a terrible experience. So whatever we do, we're not doing that. But we'll figure it out. We'll add the persistence. We'll figure out that part. And then I'll probably figure out two other pieces. One is the piece me and Luke were talking about. And then the second is, with the CSS. And Luke said, I saw that, Luke. I saw you say you were working on some stuff. So, yeah, we'll get that sorted next week. And then I have to figure out what done looks like on this. So we got some work to do. Let me approve something and then go say hi. Let me catch up on chat. Peter says... Yeah. Ooh, Erica's here. Welcome, Erica. It's good to see you. Wait, let me hit the cheers. Yeah, it is. I'm chuckling at that. It's just a stupid login box, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't think about Superbase. That's actually a really fair flag. Let me go see what that story looks like first before I say yes to that. Because it could be the quickest and easiest answer, just to like get something. And really, I'm not gonna do it myself. Like the way that auth's gonna work is we're gonna, like we have our own thing that we do through. Well, I don't know if I can say that, but I'm gonna delegate that out to our identity provider. So it's like I'm not storing passwords. I'm not storing usernames. I'm letting someone else go do it and then come tell me whether it worked out. So it's the auth side of it really is going to be easy. Yeah, digital drummer. That is interesting, isn't it? Superbase has seemed to become well, and I'm sure my former employer will have an opinion about that. And I don't chuckle to be facetious. I chuckle because I'm sure they would have an opinion about it. I'm very sure about it. Ooh, the agents have completed. Okay, let's go see. See, I was right. I'm glad. See, this is why I love that I actually know how to code. And it's the reason why I do believe that people should still learn how to code. Let me explain. So this thing just told us both completed, right? Our UI agent fixed the pre-render issue by changing the render mode in our CS.html file. So I told you there was something we were doing that we were doing too early, and it was going to trigger the problem that it was triggering. That's exactly what that statement means right there, okay? That's the reason why, right? I knew this. I didn't look at the code. I just knew this because years of experience. Then our second agent fixed the Deepgram auth issue by passing the API key when the object is being constructed. This is cool. This is good. Okay. So let's go run the app again. Where am I? Hold on. Okay. .NET run, source, confessional, web, confessional, web.csproj. Oh. Okay. Let's go see what this looks like. What? The app didn't build. They lied to me. I feel a little betrayed. No. That's weird. Okay, wait a minute. Let me just fix this. I don't know if they knew what they were talking about. Yeah, something went wrong. Okay, let's go see what comes up. We have literally like 7 minutes left. Okay. Okay, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Now, I don't think it's going to pick up my audio. Let's see. Whoa. It sounded rough. Did y'all hear that? Let me pause this. I don't know if y'all heard that, but we're going to need a couple more things. One is we need a volume control. Okay, that sounded rough. Let me just say. That was not a good experience. I do like this. Welcome to the confessional booth. What's on your mind? I do love the highlighting on this, right? Like I like that. I like that you can see the sentiment in real time. If I hit submit confession, what happens? Oh, and this is not. So we have to fix the CSS. This is not a good experience. We'll fix that. Okay, so there's a couple of things we found. One, the audio when it speaks to us at start is like not crisp, clean, right? Like we've got to fix that. It's not a smooth experience. We'll take a look at the models that's being used, and we'll take a look at how the setup is working. I'll do that manually. The second is this actually needs a set of volume controls, right? And like some play and pause buttons and the ability to play back recorded audio. So we'll fix that, which is why we need persistence actually, and probably some degree of caching. Then we really have to fix the identity thing. People have to be able to log in. So I have to figure that out. And maybe what I'll do, I got to figure out the identity piece. There's something there because I'm telling you, I'm doing this for the hackathon, but like we have hackathon teams. And so you may want to do it for the team and then you may want to do it for yourself. Right. So I got to figure that out. But this feels good. Like for me to not have written anything and to have ended up with this. And we know that the Deepgram thing is working. Now let me go double check something. So I'm just going to refresh this. It's going to say something funky to me. 1 second. I don't know if you can hear me, but let's see what you hear. Oh, snap. It heard me. Wait a minute. That's Deepgram. So Deepgram works. Okay. Let's just be clear. Deepgram works. Okay. Like, ta-da. Wait. I have a sound effect for this. Wait, where is it? Okay, right? So it works. This is the sort of stuff where I'm like, okay. But the thing is, I stopped it right after that because I just wanted to see if it was working in the app. we probably need to add more visual cues to demonstrate that it's picking me up. So we got some work to do there. The other thing is I want to add a timestamp. So here's what's going to happen. I'm probably just going to come watch like the last 10 minutes, and this is going to become my list of like issues. And I'm going to take Digital Drummer's advice, and we're going to say, hey, let's take these issues and turn this into like GitHub things that we add into an open source project that's committed to GitHub, so we could track this along some milestones. But my milestones are not going to be that long. They're probably going to be like 1 day long, right? And so I legitimately wish that I could. Oh wait, can y'all hear me? Oh wait. Maybe it took control of the thing and it shouldn't have. Hold on, one setup. Okay, wait, can you hear me now? That's whack. That's whack. That's whack. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna come back through and really, really, really figure out like how I can build this out to be a little bit more fully featured. And maybe, just maybe, I will go ahead and get this done like by next Friday, because I really need this to be done like ASAP. I don't have time. I like this. This feels like a really good spot to end the stream on. What do y'all think? Like, we have code and it works, and it freaking works well. Oh, I forgot. I also have to upgrade .NET. Because for some reason, it is legitimately still using .NET 9, and I don't know why. So we got to fix that too. But this is good. We went from literally nothing to something. And Digital Drummer said the same. Said, yeah, let's get the squad working. Okay, so let me just start closing this out, because I got to go anyway. I got to go do the rest of my job. We've had quite a fun day. Let me just say, a really, really, really fun day. This was my first stream back, kicking the tires. Didn't announce it. We will be on a regular schedule. It will be every Friday morning. I believe it will be at 9 a.m. Eastern every Friday morning. Yeah. For those of you who are joining on Twitch or YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. For those of you who are on LinkedIn, I will be setting up an event series for you to be able to get notifications from. I believe I have to figure it out. I think we'll get this on X next week. We'll see. Cross fingers. We'll see. The goal of this is very much to truly just play around, kick the tires, build some fun things, and then, take this and turn it into some fantastic content. Turn it into some fantastic feedback. So we're going to be doing more with Deepgram in our streams on Fridays. That's a given. Also, as we have new things for the developer community, just know that we will continue to also be sharing that. Like, I already know. So the team is doing some fantastic stuff already. I already know what's coming, and my excitement is very authentic. You have no idea how excited I am to share the next set of things we got going for y'all. And I really want to make sure that y'all know you can find us here. You can find me here. If you got feedback, keep giving it. Keep I'll take all of it, any and all of it. And yeah. So yeah, what else? Major thank you to everyone who hopped on today. Y'all were the ones who really made the stream special. I just got a chance to write some code and to have a little bit of fun. But it really, really, really was a really fun experience. I will probably send some notes out later. Once we open source this, I'll probably send some notes out there as well. And yeah, I'll be back next Friday. When we start lighting up on the Deepgram channel, stay tuned. I'll probably have something then as well. When we start to pull more people in from the community, and stay tuned, because we're still figuring that out. Stay tuned. And gosh, I think that's it. I hope folks are having a fun weekend. It's raining here. I have no idea how this weekend's going to turn out for me. I'm supposed to be going and doing some things. And so, yeah, we'll see how this goes. But in the meantime, listen, I hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. For our friends on Twitch, we're not raiding over because I didn't plan well. If I was smart, I would have had the window open and I would have been checking to see who I could raid, and I did not. So we won't be raiding over anywhere. But for everyone else, listen, thank you for joining. We will be back next Friday, same time, 9 a.m. Eastern. It is your boy Corey L. Weather saying, peace, friends. I'm out of here. Ciao.